guys.
You're the interesting mom that everybody's like,
doubt it.
What's
Definitely
Erica
not.
up
Well,
to?
they
And-
definitely are like, they have their own little, they're nice. They're super nice people. I really like them a lot, but like they already had their own thing going. So I'm trying to figure out like how to navigate into their world a little bit more. Cause I'm like, because at first I was like, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to see these people because he was switching teams so often, but now he's like in this league where like this is his
Yeah.
home base for a while.
You're going to know those people
So,
for a while.
I know. So I was
If
like,
he
I
sticks
guess I'll
with
put
it.
in some effort. You
If
know?
he sticks with it.
I
My nephew just graduated high school, and he played high school basketball at Henry Clay. But like ever since he got to like middle school age, I mean, I feel all the kids that he ended up like graduating and playing with like varsity.
Yeah.
I felt like I'd seen those same kids
Yeah, oh,
since they
sure.
were like 10.
Yeah.
Which is wild.
Yeah. And it's like a
And-
cult.
Yeah.
You know, like once you're in,
And
you're
we got
really
to know all the
in.
families really well.
Yeah,
and
of
like that wasn't
course.
even my own kid. That was my nephew.
Yeah.
I mean, I went to every game.
Yeah. You're such a good aunt. That's
He's
so
only-
nice.
I have just the one.
Yeah,
So it was
okay,
like,
got you. Yeah, you're not spreading yourself too thin.
No.
That's the last thing you need, Anne, is like another thing to do to go off and
that
have
was
to be
fun.
a part of. Yeah,
I'm like
good
sad
times.
that he graduated. I'm like, can I come watch you play club basketball at the Johnson Center?
Amazing.
He's like, no, no, get out of here.
You're so much better than me. I'd be like, can I pay you for me not to be there?
Oh.
Like the last thing I want to do.
Well, it's not like.
So we are rolling.
Okay, cool.
Oh.
Say it's if you can keep it close to your
Okay,
face.
yeah.
You don't have to
Like here?
all the way.
Yeah, do it
Like,
better
is
here.
this good?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just trying to find like somewhere natural I can
Yeah,
like
yeah,
rest.
absolutely. That's
I don't
what
want to
do.
be like.
Oh. Okay, great. We're good? Great. Hi. Welcome to the Inside the Block podcast. I am here today with Anne Livengood, kind of a local legend around here. You have like,
Oh, I don't know about that.
It's true. No, like, you remember the first time that you and I met? It was you were contacting Chad Walker about wanting to start a walk club for the warehouse block area. So
Yes.
what prompted that? How's it going? Give us updates. It has become wildly popular. How did you do it?
Well, okay, it's funny that I remember that first meeting really well because I came in really confident and hot. I don't know if you remember that because
no.
I felt like I was going to have to like sell you all on it. Like I was like, I need to like convince them. And like now when I think about it, it's like, why wouldn't they let me run a walk? Like,
yeah. No, I just remember you walking out and being like, who is this?
but I was like, you know, the West 6 Run Club. Oh, we're going to do that over here. It's
Yeah.
going to be the East Side Walk Club.
Absolutely. We're taking
And
it
so
down a notch.
I felt like I really had to say, and you all were like, that sounds great. Wonderful.
Absolutely.
How can we support you?
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, so I actually started the walk club. It was a conversation I had with Avina, who is one of the owners of the Willow. You know, she knew that I had made a career transition into real estate.
Yeah.
And she knows, like, you know, I have deep ties to Little National Avenue. I've been hanging out over here before it was even what it is now. So anyways, you know, we both love this part of town, and she was opening the Willow, and she said, you know, I have a really great idea for you. She was like, she called me one day and she was like, I think you should start a walk club over there.
Oh, so it was Avina's idea?
It was Avina's idea.
That's so, I did
and
not know that.
she pitched it to me, and she knew that. So I used to teach fitness classes a long time ago, also on National Avenue at L Fitness.
Just can't get rid of you.
Yeah, I know. So many years ago, my fitness journey started over here. But so she knew I was like looking for a way to get back into like leading people in movement. And so, you know, that was just kind of different and very like community focused. And she just thought that I would be a great person for it. So she pitched me the idea, and I immediately was like, I love this, you know, like, how can we make this happen? And so her and I were kind of just chit-chatting on the phone and, you know, pinging ideas off of each other. And so then my next phone call was to Chad Walker, and you all were super supportive and
Yeah. I mean,
made it happen.
absolutely. I mean, it couldn't have been a better idea, too. And like, are walking clubs like popular? Like, I don't live in that world as much.
Well, I mean, you know, so I've been to a ton of different run clubs. I think West 6 does it really well. I mentioned them earlier. They've been doing that really, really well. I think they do it on Tuesday nights, I want to say, over on the west side of town. And but I think usually the case is that it's like a run club, but you can also walk. So it's usually like a run/walk club.
Totally.
I think the discouraging part about that for some people is if they even hear the word run. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
exactly.
No,
so it's
no
like
way.
if you're not a serious runner, sometimes you can be like, oh, that's not for me.
Totally. Or you immediately think like, is this a marathon situation? Like, am I wearing a number? Like,
Right.
is this hardcore, like
Right.
a marathon or something?
And that can kind of, I mean, that runners, like the culture among runners is like, it's a lifestyle,
Totally,
so
totally.
I think it can feel a little like intimidating to people. So, so I wanted this specifically to be a walk club. I didn't even want to put run, like I'm a runner
Smart.
actually,
Oh.
but I didn't even want to put run in the name. I wanted people to know like you're showing up just to walk.
Yeah.
You can run if you want, but you'll be leaving us behind. We're walking.
Yeah. Walking and talking, right?
Yeah. So that was the other part too, is like, I'm a runner, but I'm a solo runner. Like, I don't want to like
Chit chat.
Yeah. Like,
yeah.
I wanted this to be very social and very like, I wanted it to encourage connection and like, we're getting light movement in. This isn't really like the main focus isn't necessarily like fitness, even though walking is a great form of exercise. This was more about like social connection and enjoying our city and
Yeah. Speaking of, so the routes are all through like Kenwick essentially,
Yeah.
or like where all do y'all head?
Yeah, and you should come
I
on
know.
one, and then
I
you'll
know.
say,
I have plans to. You had said, oh, the runners will be like way past us. Even as the walker, I'll be in the very back. So that'll be
that is
perfectly-
not true.
It's true, Anne. It's true.
Well, so yes, we do like a 2 to 2.5 mile walk each
Okay.
time, and we
Jeez.
rotate. Which is
That
no.
sounds. I'm just kidding.
No, it goes by really
Okay,
fast. I
okay.
mean, look, we're done in 45 minutes,
2 miles and 45 minutes. See how little I
Yeah.
live in this world. Like I have no idea like how long that would
Yeah,
even
that's
take.
not a fast
It's
pace.
not a fast pace. It's not a long distance either, apparently.
But yeah, and it goes by fast because you're chatting, and it's like we had really great weather. It was shockingly, even though we're here in Kentucky, I was worried about the weather, but
Yeah.
there was like 3 days the entire season last year that we needed to cancel for weather, and that was it.
Yeah, it's incredible.
But yeah, so we rotate through about 4 or 5 different routes. We walk through Belcourt and Mintel and Kenwick and Ashland Park. We go over there by the Henry Clay Estate on some routes. We walk through Woodland Park on some routes. It's my favorite park in the city.
Why? That's great.
Oh, I love Woodland Park. I mean, all the trees and like it's
just like a mature kind of park where it has like all the
and
coverage.
I used to live right by Woodland Park, so I've always like had a love for Woodland
thing
Park.
for
But
it.
I think my favorite part about Woodland Park is it just always feels so like alive and like so much energy in that park. You could like 8 p.m. on a Tuesday, walk in that park, and you might see like a play happening.
Yeah.
You might see like.
And it also it's so fun. It has like the little skateboard park.
Yeah.
So you've got that group, and then of course like pickleball and tennis, and then you got the Woodland Art Fair. It's like it's never not doing something.
Never.
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah.
It is always so alive. It is always such an eclectic mix of people. I just think it's a like special little part of our city.
Totally.
Yeah.
Completely agree. So do you live in Kenwick now? Is that what made your, or sorry, I don't.
No, I
Okay.
don't.
You
I
don't live in Kenwick?
I don't.
Oh,
no,
okay. Where do
I
you
live
live?
in Meadowthorpe. So my
Oh,
sister lives in
okay.
Kenwick. She lives over on Kramer, and she kind of helps me with the walk club. She'll walk
Yeah.
over and But no, I actually live in Meadowthorpe. We
Cool.
moved over to the west side of town, which we love it over there. It's a
Yeah.
wonderful neighborhood.
I love it. It's mid-century, right? Like
Yes.
weren't those
Yeah.
built like 50s, 60s?
Yep.
That's cool. Very
19.
cool.
Our house was built in 1950.
Well,
Yeah.
speaking of houses, tell me
Yeah.
about real estate in Lexington, Kentucky.
Oh, I got a little bug flying around. Real estate in Lexington, Kentucky is wild.
Okay, like I'm fast because I'm on like the historic preservation side of things.
Yeah.
And so like I have because of my job I've really had to get into and find fascinating like zoning, H1 stuff, like, and real estate is obviously like a major part of that too. So like what trends are you noticing lately? Like let's start here. Tell me about your journey heading you towards real estate. Like why real estate?
Okay. Well, really, the short answer of why real estate is really and truly, I just felt like this is the first career opportunity I've had where I feel like I get to merge all my skills and really feel connected to my city and feel like a community connector. So I started out in video production, did that for, at the beginning of my career and like worked in like local news and media.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
A while back.
Okay.
Worked for UK Athletics for a little while doing video production. And then I made the jump into small business ownership, actually opened my first business with Miss Avina Kiley as my partner.
I had no idea.
yeah.
What was the business?
Bar fitness studio.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, we both were taking classes at L Fitness over on National Avenue, and then eventually went to Asheville, North Carolina, and opened our own studio. So anyway,
Amazing.
yeah.
What haven't you done?
I don't know. It's a lot. Yeah, my career has
I
taken
love
some
that,
different
though.
twists and turns.
I love that, and people should like know that that's okay. I think some people just feel like they have to like, hunker down with one career and just like make the most of it for 40 years. And it's like, no,
Totally.
You're collecting skills, and those
Yeah.
skills should be applied in different ways.
And they can be applied in different ways. You're never just starting over. Everything you've done at the past, like that's why I feel like real estate really allows me to merge all my skills. Even like the video and media stuff, I use all of that knowledge to help promote my listings and market myself. I also worked in marketing for a while. I worked for Kentucky as their marketing director. Small business ownership and wearing many different hats, all of that. So and then getting involved in the community, all of this, everything I've done in the past really has real estate feels like a great way to merge all those skills.
Totally.
I
and
really
so
loved it.
You got into real estate, was it a year or 2 years ago?
A year and a half ago.
Okay, so it's like
About-
the beginnings of like what's been the biggest?
I'm
like,
fresh.
You're fresh, baby. What has been the biggest like shocking thing about getting into real estate, or something you didn't expect?
Interesting. That is a tough question.
Like weirdos you see at like open houses. Stuff like that.
Well,
Because that would always be me. I'd be like the looky loo, like I'll just,
you do get a lot of looky-loos.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But listen, I love that. Listen, I'm like,
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you don't
First
care?
off, no one ever wants to host an open house and it be empty. Like,
Sure.
give me all the looky-loos. At least
Yeah.
it's full, and at least I'm not here
You can
twiddling my thumbs.
talk to somebody. Yeah.
I mean, I want to show off whatever home it is and talk about it.
Yeah.
And I've obviously done my homework before I got there to host the open house. So at least with the at least you get to tell somebody about it.
Absolutely. At least they're looking and looing. Yeah.
But yeah, I guess maybe the surprising part is like, you'll get to work with people and everybody is just so different on what they want and what they prioritize.
What they want in a house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what they, their priorities. So I'm always surprised by that, but you just gotta, I don't know. That's a tough question.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, it's
so many things I think
has-
have been
I'm sure.
surprising for me.
well, and it has to be weird too, because like you're really, it's a service for clients, and those clients are all wildly different, I'm sure, and like what their priorities are, where they are in life, and what they
Right.
want in a house. So please.
Well, I try to really zone in on my niche is like urban walkable pockets in Lexington.
Love that.
So that's like primarily where I serve my clients is, over here in like the Kenwick area, Ashland Park, all the surrounding neighborhoods here. Walkability is huge for me. So I kind of
Apparently.
yeah. Southland, I do a bunch of stuff over there. Metathorpe, where I'm at, like, more kind of centrally located, closer to downtown neighborhoods, older neighborhoods. I tend to deal with a lot of older homes and, very walkable.
Yeah.
So that's who I am.
Sure.
That's how that's how I live my life. And so that's how I
Naturally drawn to that.
Yeah. And then the people who want that are the ones who find me.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I didn't. You open up my eyes to the idea of like, there's obviously, you're shopping or like, you shop around for the right, caterer for certain things, or, like a planner for whatever. But it's like, you really want to work with a great real estate agent that like feels the same way that you do about certain, lifestyle priorities and like what you
100%.
want. Yeah. So it's like, you don't just go with like who your mom used, to sell her house. Like, shop around. Like this will be a partnership for like months.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And I mean, unless you and your mom have a lot in common,
Right.
which
Right. No.
which I love my mom,
Same.
but we don't live the same kind of lifestyle. So
Totally.
it would make no sense for us to use the same
yeah.
agent,
Absolutely.
But yeah, people I think do often, unfortunately, make that mistake.
Yeah, just like go with Tell me about Lexington real estate though, and like what are the hot new areas? What are some trends that you've been noticing lately? Yeah.
Well, so Lexington has remained a seller's market despite like nationally, things have definitely been kind of trending more towards a buyer's market. Lexington remains like pretty good demand, which is great,
Yeah.
There's a good cost of living here. I mean, comparatively.
Sure.
So the demand remains strong here. But, things have started to kind of cool down, like,
have they?
Oh, for sure. Meaning, yeah, like, days on market are a little bit longer, than the past years, which is good. I mean, it's just not as much of a frenzy, it gives buyers the chance to kind of like think about things and not feel so rushed. And but, I say that. And then also at the same time, I just sold one of the Midland townhomes right over there.
Okay.
And I mean, we were under contract in 24 hours. So, I mean, it depends. That's the thing is like people ask me all the time, like, what's the market like? And honestly, the answer to that is it's so dependent on, there's all these little micro markets, it's dependent on the neighborhood. It's a bit like it changes from neighborhood to neighborhood,
Interesting.
Yeah. And like, it just depends on the specific scenario. Like, those Midland townhomes, they go so fast. The last few ones that have sold, they've gone within a day or two.
Yeah.
And the reason for that is like, there's not a lot of townhomes, especially in walkable neighborhoods in Lexington. So, Lexington was kind of late to the game on the townhomes. So if one of those opens up now, it usually goes quick because now the demand for them is there.
That's so interesting. Who is the general like townhome like resident? Like, who wants it? Like anybody from any background generally?
I mean,
Is it like a retirement kind of a
like
thing?
over there at the Midland. Yes, you do get some. I sold to a couple last fall that like their kid was going to college in Kentucky and they had sold their like family home that they, raised him in.
Sure.
And they were downsizing. It was just the two of them. And so they wanted, and they also travel a lot because now their kid's out of the house. So it was like they wanted something. So yes, you get people like that want a townhome.
Yeah.
And then over at the Midland townhomes, you'll get a lot of the like UK residents and things like that.
Okay.
That creates a strong demand for those.
Sure.
So
Yeah. So I wonder why Lexington was late on the townhome game. Is there anything behind that?
I mean, I think that, I think it just has, I think for the most part, like Lexington is seen as like, like there's a lot of suburbia.
Sure.
Like, for the wide majority of buyers are shopping for like single family residents.
Sure.
Like single family homes. I think that Lexington has just changed in the way that, there's like a lot more young professionals moving here. There's just, like the food and beverage scene has changed. Like
Totally.
walkability in places like areas like this, like pockets like this are just so much more desirable,
Yeah, absolutely.
because of the continued development of this area. So I think it's just Lexington has really shifted in that way.
We do have a pretty great food scene lately, don't you think?
Excellent.
Yeah. Where do you eat? What do you do in Lexington?
Oh my gosh. I can like,
And you have a 3-year-old, right? We
Yeah.
were talking before we started recording, which I thought was like chef's kiss about you take your 3-year-old everywhere, like even to like
Everywhere.
the fanciest of Lexington restaurants. I think that's so great.
Oh yeah, we'll go to Miletta and he sits at the bar with us, which is like one of our recent favorites. We go to 310 and Eppings. We love Eppings. We go to Eppings all the time.
Yeah.
Eppings is one of our favorites because it's also like shockingly set up for kids.
Oh no! Cole Arenas had
wonderful.
talked about how like he, there's two sides to it. He's like, so you can do, anybody can sit anywhere, but we really wanted it to be as kid friendly as possible. Like, because he wanted to always take his kids to nicer places too. And he was like, whenever we were planning the space, we kept that in mind. So that's great that like it comes across that way. And
Very
that
much so.
bathroom,
That bathroom.
bathroom's
I
so
like
crazy.
I like take photos of it and
So
send it to my
crazy.
friends
It's
who
as
like
big
live
as,
out
like,
of
a
town. I'm like, have you
one-bedroom
ever seen
apartment.
this? Like, I mean,
It's like
wonderful.
set up for a family. Yeah.
Because otherwise, we're like, we're in the like potty training stage, so we're like packing portable potties with us in a backpack and stuff.
Great. great.
Yeah.
Yum.
And I know, right? Always fun.
Always good.
So we love Epic.
Yeah, yeah,
We're like, we
for
don't even
sure.
have to bring that.
No.
It's wonderful.
Ready to go. Where else do you
yeah.
eat?
Pearls.
You love Pearls. You
is
love
a family
downtown. I
favorite.
knew that.
Yes.
Yeah.
I do love downtown.
Yeah.
Pearls and 310 have been big favorites for us lately. County Club.
Yeah.
I'll forever be a County Club
Oh,
fan.
same girl, same.
I love
I do
County
too.
Club.
Love
I
their
love Smithtown and
yeah.
West 6. Like everything Weeda Michael does is
Yeah.
amazing.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But yeah, our food scene is, I mean, it's crazy to me. I got my first job downtown Lexington as a hostess at Deshays
Oh, shit. Oh, R.I.P.
when I was 17 years old.
Oh, amazing. Right across from Rupp.
So that was 20 years ago.
Amazing.
Isn't that wild?
Yes, that's great.
Anyways, right across from Rupp. But yeah, so I've worked, and then I worked in Harvey's Bar for a little while.
Is that where you met Avina?
That's where I met Avina. I
Yeah.
bartended there for like 6 or 7 years. Also, while Hugo's was open.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Hugo's.
Oh, I loved Hugo's. Yeah, I've made some mistakes in
Didn't we all?
Hugo's for
Same.
sure. Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, so anyways, just working downtown for a long time, I've seen the downtown landscape change so much,
so?
and the downtown food scene change.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I remember like when the original, like Table 310, I remember when that first opened. I mean, that was such an interesting
Concept.
new
remember it
concept
too.
for
Yep.
Lexington, you know, like you just didn't, I remember that really kind of changed the game. I remember when County Club opened, you know, and that felt very, I think Johnny Shipley came from 310, is that right? Table 310?
no
I think he
idea.
was like the chef there and then went to
then
open
went-
County Club. I might be wrong about
yeah.
that. Don't. Anyway.
Yeah.
No one fact checked me on
well,
that.
they're also all connected. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like there's a whole, like they all have their hands in lots of stuff.
Right,
So yeah,
right.
it doesn't surprise me.
But yeah, like I remember when the original Table 310 opened, and that was so new and different for Lexington. And now you've got so many, like, you know, you've got Coeur d'Alema and Pearls and all these very like, you know, New York feeling,
Absolutely.
like true downtown,
but with
city,
like their
urban
own
feeling.
personalities.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah. So what was it like being a waitress at Deshays?
Well, I was a hostess.
Sorry.
Hostess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even better.
I wasn't old enough to serve yet.
No, not yet.
It was good. It was interesting. It was always funny to me. I remember like anytime there was something happening at Rupp Arena, we were just like slammed, and people would come in and be like, you know, what's the wait? And I'd be like, it's going to be 2.5 hours. And they'd be like, all right, put her name on the list. And I'm like, what?
Yeah. I'd be like, goodbye. Yeah.
But that is what I'm saying. Like now there are so many more options downtown
Right.
for like fine dining and stuff. And there were other options then, but not near as many as there are now.
Right.
Anyway.
Yeah. So that was the only, like, it was that or nothing basically back then.
It wasn't that or nothing. I can hardly remember. There were a lot more like casual restaurants. And I think Bellini's was open then. They were like down a little ways. But we were definitely one of the only, like right there in, what's it called? Victorian Square.
Yeah. Victorian Square. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like now my memories feels like it's failing me, but I don't remember, you know how there's like Pies and Pint there and Tapster and all those different, like there wasn't any of that.
Yeah.
I can't even remember
Like a
what was
wasteland.
there.
Yeah. Victorian Square is really interesting just in general.
It is.
I think.
It
Isn't that
is.
an interesting spot
Yeah.
downtown? Sometimes I go in there for whatever
It's
reason.
so
and
gorgeous.
It's beautiful, but you're the only one.
I know.
You know, like you're walking through.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a cool concept. I love the architecture, but sometimes I'm like, are my female spidey senses like perking up? Like who's gonna like? I never know. You know, like
It's definitely an interesting space. They've done a lot to bring foot traffic. Like it
Yeah.
was a lot more quiet, if you
Yeah.
can imagine that, back when I was 17 years old, taking my breaks from Deshays, like eating cornbread in the
you're painting a really great picture right now. I like thinking about you.
There was a little table, like a little like 2-person bistro table, like right out the back of
You just see
Deshays.
cornbread there.
Oh yeah. The cornbread was amazing.
At
Did you ever
Deshays?
have?
No, I don't remember it very
I
well.
said that because anybody who hears this that has had Deshays cornbread will know.
It's gonna be like, yep. Yeah.
That was like what Deshays was known for.
I had no idea.
Oh yeah, it was like a very, I don't know what the recipe was, but it was like a sweet cornbread. It was very good.
I like cornbread in general. Oh, too bad. I wonder if anybody has like the old Deshays cornbread recipe.
Oh, I'm sure. Well, I think they still have a location open, like in Maysville. or
I've
something.
heard
Yeah.
that. Yeah, just recently.
So you could probably track it down.
Yeah. Okay. Would it be
Call
worth
up
a
old
drive?
to Shay.
Yeah, absolutely. Would it be worth the drive to Maysville for this cornbread? Say yes.
Sure.
Absolutely.
That's like an hour drive from
Yeah,
here.
absolutely.
But listen,
Depends how much you love cornbread.
I will go get some cornbread with you one day. You
Sounds
say
great.
when.
Well,
We
I
will
love
go get
Maysville.
cornbread.
I think it's the cutest
and,
little town.
and now that I'm remembering, it was their butter too. They made like a butter in house. It's like some kind of honey butter that
Amazing.
yeah, it was worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to go get it.
We need to do it. Well, speaking of you putting all of your skills together in certain, like you've had this incredible trajectory of like collecting really great skills to be able to put them all to use for this new endeavor. I think your online presence is something that's like really inspiring to me. Like I've been noticing lately that you've really been, I don't know, like I hate the term influencer, as I'm sure you do too.
I
but
do.
like, because really what you're doing is more like, these are the places I naturally go that I just want to highlight on my Instagram, and to kind of like, but the branding is really cool. Like where did that come from and how do you approach it?
Well, thank you so
I mean
much.
it. I think, and I've been noticing there's other like higher up institutions in Lexington that have been, I think, stealing a little bit of your vibe.
Well, maybe just inspired.
Okay,
Which,
sure.
listen,
Okay. You can say inspired, and I'm going to say steal.
well, yeah. So I have quite a bit of marketing experience in that. So that kind of started with when I opened a business, when Avina and I opened Soundbar, which
Do you
was
like
the
learning
bar
on the
studio.
fly?
Very much so.
Okay.
And that was like a crash course into like marketing, small business ownership, like all the things.
Yeah.
But I got really like I was mid-20s and I don't know, my ego. I think about this now and I'm like, what is wrong with me? But I moved to a city where I knew no one out of state and opened a new business.
Yeah.
And so I got really good really quickly. Well, I tried really
but
quick
you had to
like figure out marketing and how to best market us. And, that was when, that was a while back, but that was when social media was like,
in its infancy.
Yeah. But like taking over and like, everybody was on Instagram and that was the hot new thing and whatever. So anyways, I started using all those tools to market my own business. And then I was getting better and better at it. And so I started getting, I got approached by a nonprofit there and they asked me to do their marketing. So I started doing some of that. And then I eventually took on a part-time job working for a very fast-growing jewelry company that was based out of Asheville. And I was running kind of like their sales, their B2B sales. And so anyway, all of that. And then I eventually, once I closed that business and moved back to Kentucky, I got a job working with Kentucky for Kentucky as their marketing director.
Yeah.
Sales and marketing director. And so I had, I guess all of that to say, I had a solid background in marketing. But what's not fun?
What?
Doing marketing for other people.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
I mean, it is. Don't get me wrong. Like, I enjoyed those jobs. I got to do a lot of fun and cool stuff with Kentucky for Kentucky. But this was the first time that I was like, I get to market my city and the places that I love.
The way you want.
The way I want to. And no one's going to tell me. No one's going to stop me. No one's going to.
You're the client.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I get to highlight the things that I think are important. I get to highlight the people that I think are shaping the city and, making a difference in the way, in our communities and the way we live here. So I'm passionate about it. And so that's why that's why I said thank you, because I don't care about being an influencer.
Right.
But I do care very much about the way I'm representing Lexington and the people who are, pouring a lot of love into our city. And
absolutely.
So honestly, I'm having fun with it.
Yeah, I was about to ask, is it like reinvigorated that side of marketing for you?
Very much
Good,
so.
Good.
And like I've always kind of enjoyed graphic design. I'm not a graphic designer, but I enjoy I feel like my graphic design friends are probably going to puke when they hear me say this, but like I love like playing around on Canva.
I love Canva. I don't care who.
I know.
You can puke all you want. And Canva is doing incredible things lately. Yeah, I'm with you.
But I also really love collaborating with I love collaborating with creatives. So I still do. Like I reach out to my friend Eric, who you know very well.
Yeah, I love Eric.
I'll be like, hey, take some photos of me for around town and send them to me. Or I love collaborating with creatives. So anyways, I have fun doing it. yeah, it's just been it's been a lot of fun for me.
Yeah.
So
I'm glad.
I hope that comes across. I hope people enjoy it.
Yeah. Oh no, for sure. And it's helpful because you'll be like, this is what's going on lately, or these are the things that I plan to attend, and it's a good mix of like a little bit of history, a little bit of recommendations, a little bit of like current events, and you're doing a well-rounded account.
Thank you.
Yeah,
And
I mean it.
To be honest, I felt like that was missing.
Yeah.
And that was one of the conversations I had with Avina. I would show her, I would be like showing her different things that other people put out in different organizations around town. And I would be like, yeah, but if I was doing it, I would do this, this, and this.
Yeah.
And I was like, I feel like there's room for someone else to do this a little differently.
Absolutely.
And apparently there was, because it's gotten
Well, I think
great traction.
The old version of that model too was very much like, I'm being paid, or I get a kickback in some way of going out to this place and highlighting them because they want promotion, right? And yours is from a much more like personal, organic, like this is just
this is my lived experience in Lexington,
a living good experience.
Yeah, the living good experience.
That's right.
Living good in Lex.
You have the best last name though.
I've heard.
I mean, I would kill for it. It's so good. Like, where does it? Do you know the origin?
Not really.
Lexington, Kentucky.
I know. I'm like, ooh. I think it's like German and Irish.
I love it.
And
it's like couldn't be a better last name for everything that you're doing. Because
I know.
And for those people who might not know, your handle on Instagram is Living Good in Lex.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Perfect.
Living Good in Lex.
Yeah.
It's my maiden name. Like it's my and I got married to my husband, and it was like a 2-second conversation. He was like, "Are you gonna?" I was like, "No."
He's like, "Cool."
No. He was like, "I wouldn't either. It's okay."
Yeah, because his last name's not as cool as Living
His
Good.
last
But
name
there
is Acuff, but like,
Oh.
there's very few names
Yeah.
that are going to be as cool as Living Good.
Heck no.
right?
Yeah,
I
we're
mean,
not gonna
What could he even present me with?
I know. Yeah. It's
Like, the
when you're
battle
already
was
at
won
the battle was won the
before
day
it
you were
even
born.
started.
So what's up? What's next? I mean, you're in a huge busy season of life right now. Before we started recording, you were saying that in real estate, your busiest months are March and April, which I found. So first of all, what is the like? People are just like, well, I've done my spring cleaning. It's time to sell this house. Like, why is this a hot time to sell or buy?
Well, it is notoriously the spring is the busiest.
Okay, I did not know that.
I forget what week it is, but it's like maybe like some week in April or something like that is like notoriously the biggest week of the year for buying. So weather has an effect.
Sure.
People get, but also like people get tax money back and things like that, and can use that towards like closing costs, down payments, whatever. But also, I think people also too, like this is a good time of year to start shopping and trying to get in somewhere, because it also lines up a little bit with school. Like if you have kids, you definitely want to get in somewhere before, like during the summer, like at least like clothes in the summer or something before the next school year starts.
Makes total sense.
That's another reason why things definitely die down. Usually real estate stays busy like through the summer for the most part. It'll be slow in July for a little bit, and then a little bit of a fall pop. But like most people, especially with kids, want to get in somewhere before August hits.
Absolutely, because they're moving into potentially a new like school district or like area or whatever, and to be able to start
or just
that.
Even if they're not, I mean, to be like moving and trying to get settled in a house and also like starting school, it's just a lot on people,
Oh, I'm sure. No, that makes total sense. So what's next for you? I mean, you got this busy season right now. You have a 3-year-old.
Which that keeps me the most busy.
I'm sure. I know. We were talking before about potty training. I just can't.
Yeah.
Bless your heart.
That is, like that keeps me very busy. I have one child. That's it. That's it for me.
One and done, baby.
One and done.
Yeah. Smart. Anne Livengood.
I'm
so
one
smart.
of 5.
Yeah.
I'm one of 5.
Are you really?
Like,
where do you fall?
And I'm the second.
Oh, okay.
But I'm like, that was fun. I loved it. I love having a lot of siblings. I'm very close to my siblings, but I'm also like, that was for my parents. That is not for me.
Totally. Are they all girls?
First 3 are girls. Youngest 2 are boys.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So youngest 2 are much younger than me. They're my mom and dad split. They had the 3 girls, and then mom remarried and had the
Cool.
younger two boys.
I can
actually.
totally see you being like older sister vibes, you know.
try to be a very cool sister.
Well, I'm sure you are, especially when you go into your nephew's basketball games and stuff like that. Speaking of your sister, though, I don't know which one it is, but when I see you two together, like sometimes, like you look so much alike to me. You have sort of like the same like vibe and like energy. Yeah, are you guys like really close?
Very. And you're
Yeah.
probably saying you don't know which one it is because no one ever knows which one. It's
Or are all three of you
three
look
of those
oh.
look very similar.
Okay.
We're all three close in size. We're
Okay.
all three very close in age. Like my older sister's 17 months older than me. My younger sister's 18 months younger than me.
Irish
So
triplets almost. Yeah.
And so, and we have like similar demeanor. Like so we sound kind of similar.
Cool. Yeah.
So we get that a lot.
And you're all three here in Lexington together?
Yep.
Yeah, what a
All
blessing.
three
Yeah,
here in
that's
Lexington.
great.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. Right? Sounds great. Okay, so anything else to tell us about, especially Walk Club? Like, what can we expect? What days are they?
Yeah, well, I'm stoked to restart Walk Club.
Yeah.
It starts back March 25th.
Cool.
And the response to, it starting back up has been massive online.
Yeah.
So I'm super pumped about it. We're going to meet every Wednesday starting March 25th. We'll walk every Wednesday at 5:30. We meet right by Void Saki in the lot here on National Avenue. And that'll run all the way through we end whenever the time changes again or whenever it starts getting dark early. So that'll run all the way through November, I think. First week in November or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're giving away free swag and stuff to the first 50 people to come out to the first one.
Yeah.
Last year we had 43 people show up to the very first one. So this year we're trying to get 50 plus.
It's
on the first
incredible,
one.
though. I mean, like when I remember when you came in and talked about it with Chad, we were all thinking, even you were like, if there's a few people, that's great. If it grows, that's great. Like it was all very, but like it was a major reaction to this. I mean, like it was like people are hungry to walk.
I
Like,
know.
Yeah.
So I will say I remember that first week last year that we did it. We launched it on April 16th. I remember really well. And it was like right around 5:30, all these cars started pulling in the parking lot. And I was like, people are getting out of their cars and I was like, are you guys here for an event? Like
They're like,
'cause I
your
was
event.
like, yeah. And everybody was like, we're here for Walk Club. What are you here for? And I'm like, you're here for my event? Like
That feels so good, though.
And oh my gosh, it just got a massive response right from the beginning. So I think people just like are hungry to connect and like it's free.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't cost anything,
Totally.
and like we walk in a beautiful part of town.
Totally.
I mean,
And when the weather's so nice, like I
Yeah.
mean, you can't lose.
last year we got really lucky. It was like a perfect weather day to kick it off. So
Yeah, I'm manifesting
hopefully-
that for
I know.
you for this March
Me
one.
too.
Yeah,
Me too.
Yeah, because it's been
March
a little
is
rough.
dicey.
Yeah,
March is
it's so
dicey.
dicey.
So I went back and forth. I was like, should I just wait till it? People were like already like messaging me and being like,
Chomping at
when
the
are we
bit.
starting back up? So I'm like, all right, let's do it.
Yeah. Well,
So-
best of luck to you with that.
Thank you.
And
You're going to be out here walking
I'm
with
going to
us.
do it. I'm going to come walk at some point. I'm going to walk up and see y'all, and then you'll go off into the distance. And then when you come back, I'll buy you a sake. How about that?
That sounds
No, I'm kidding.
fantastic.
I'll go on the walk too. But isn't that a part of it too? You guys go to different places
Yes.
after each one?
Yeah, so all the businesses on the warehouse block have been like incredibly supportive of it.
They're the best.
Yeah, so all of them, like Void, The Willow, Sav's Ice Cream, Wildfire Wellness and Wildfire Yoga,
Yeah, I love her.
Lex Salt. They all offer, like we give out these little Walk Club cards, and all of those places offer some kind of discount to Walk Clubbers. So it's like exclusive to Walk Club. Yeah, so
Well,
you
then,
can
yeah, I'm gonna go.
Totally.
Yeah.
You can stay and hang out and like grab a glass of wine afterwards
Yeah.
and we kind of rotate, like each walk will end at a different spot,
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, for sure. Well, people need to go. Sounds great. I mean, it's a huge response and exactly what this area needed. So congrats.
Thank you.
You're so welcome. And thank you
you.
for being on our podcast. It was really
thank
nice
you for-
talking to you.
Thank you for having me.
Always. Sounds good. All right. Thanks.